What a league! But girls playing baseball?
A League of Their Own is a baseball movie, but it has so little to do with actual baseball and much more to do with breaking conventional thoughts. It is filled with 90s girl power tropes, but it is fun, funny, interesting, and it doesn't beat you over the head with messaging. It blends the real story with a lot of fakery, and it did it so very, very well. But is it any good? I'm Meffistoe. Like, share, and subscribe because this is my review of the movie A League of Their Own. The movie tells the tale of a real women's baseball league in the years 1943 to 1954, but is mostly concentrated on the first founding year, and it follows the lives of two sisters, Dottie Henson and Kit Keller. The movie begins in the present of 1992, where Dottie is reluctant to go to a reunion, which we found out later is the league's reunion. As Dottie enters the stadium, the movie goes back into flashback mode, which will persist throughout the movie until the very, very end, telling the tale of the first season in the league.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Dottie Henson.
Betty Spaghetti? Hi, Betty.
Best ball player in the league.
I don't remember her.
That's because she only played 1 year.
Dottie and Kit are two sisters playing softball in their hometown of Oregon. They are approached by a sleek talent scout by the name of Ernie Capadino. He's trying to recruit Dottie and has no initial interest in Kit. To get to Dottie to come to the new league tryouts, Kit has to go as well. So Kit convinces Dottie, and the two girls travel with Ernie to pick another girl along the way called Marla Hooch. We also get introduced to Jimmy Duggan, who is a has-been ball player that the league owner feels sorry for, so he offers him a job of managing a girls' team. Duggan is reluctant to take the job until he realizes that he doesn't really have to do much while managing, so it fits with his drinking habit.
You wave your little hat in the air, you give the people a thrill.
Why don't we just get an organ grinder? I can hop around and do a little dance.
If your knees are up to it, go ahead.
The day of the tryouts is here, and we get to see and know more and more of these characters and more of these girls, like All the Way May, Doris Murphy, and Helen Haley. Of course, Dottie stands out from the rest, not because she's taller than all the girls, but because she seems like the best of the bunch.
Okay, some of them are going home. Hey, how did you do that?
The girls are sorted out into teams and realize that being a ball player in the girls' league entails lessons in etiquette, which leads to hilarious situations, especially for Marla.
Lovely. What do you suggest?
A lot of night games.
The league begins in earnest, but the people are not coming to watch the girls play. The girls are playing their hearts out, but yet nothing happens until the day comes when a reporter and a photographer are in attendance, and Dottie makes a normal foul ball play look spectacular, which gets captured and sparks the initial interest.
No trouble with this. She's under it.
Uncle Elmore's socks! What did she do?
All the girls are starting to enjoy themselves, and even Jimmy Duggan is inspired to start actually coaching the team, because up till now, he was just sitting in the dugout scratching his balls and allowing Dottie to manage the team for him.
Come on!
Hey, who's the goddamn manager? I am!
Act like it, you big lush.
Along with dealing with the hostile crowds, dodging the female chaperone, and dealing with the constant anxiety of war and the husbands that are fighting it, there is always that rivalry between Kit and Dottie. The more time passes and the more Dottie does well, Kit feels she's being left behind until things come to a head and there's no way to settle this dispute.
So mad! Why do you gotta be so good? Huh?
This is where I stop and I'll let you enjoy the rest of the movie. I love the early work of Penny Marshall. From Jumping Jack Flash to Big to this. She manages to give you a heartwarming story and some comedy. Yes, this is a movie with baseball in it, but it's just a plot device for most of the movie. And it is that thing that moves the girl from town to town and have that interactions that they have in the movie. But because it is essentially a baseball movie, you gotta have that big game at the end that comes down to the wire.
That sounded good.
Tom Hanks at the start of the 90s wanted to escape that leading man from rom-com's pigeonhole that he had throughout the 80s. The Bonfire of the Vanities was his first unsuccessful attempt, so in League of Their Own, Hanks shows us his versatility as an actor. He plays the drunkard ex-ball player stuck babysitting these girls who he doesn't believe even are supposed to play ball. But of course, he turns everything around and ends up having a pivotal role in the team's success, and he's able to connect to these girls and help them play better.
And did I cry? No! No! And you know why?
No.
Because there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball!
The crown jewel of this movie is, of course, Geena Davis. She has a commanding role in this film. On the one hand, Dottie is a great ball player, maybe even the best in the league. On the other hand, she's willing to give everything up for a quiet life with her husband, or leave the league so her sister can shine brighter. It is that duality between winning at the game and letting her sister shine is where most of the strife between the sisters come, and those arguments between the older sister and the younger sister come from. Davis does a hell of a job tap dancing between the two sides of Dottie, the one that is competitive and the one that is demure.
You know, I really thought you were a ball player.
Well, you were wrong.
Was I?
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the game of baseball, I will recommend you watch this movie. Even if the details of the based on the true story aren't quite right, it is a fun and funny baseball story set in the time of the Second World War, when the boys are out fighting for the US and the ladies took over and went out of the kitchen to work and to play.
Batting seventh for shortstop number 1, Ellen Sue Gutlander.
The movie knows when to be serious and when to be comedic. It does have that 90s girl power intertwined with the mid-40s feminist awakening, but no outright messaging. It portrays the past as it probably was, and it even touches, for a very brief moment, on the race relations when it comes to baseball.
Right here.
I will definitely recommend you pick up this movie to watch. I recently watched it with my family and we had a blast. Though I did kind of had to explain baseball to the kids. Well, that only makes the next baseball movie we watch a whole lot easier, isn't it?
What is her name? Hey, you! Tall girl! Beverly! Look sharp there, tall. What is her name again? Beverly!
I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, smash that like button to help me out and beat that algorithm. Check out other reviews that I've done in the past, or check out our live Saturday show where we cover all sorts of amazing movies. And remember, hope is a good thing, maybe even the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I'll see you on the next video.